When Kronos became king, a prophecy was made that he would be overthrown by his own son. This prophecy was fulfilled by his youngest, Zeus. After a war lasting 10 years, the Titans were banished to the depths of Tartarus, and Zeus sat on the throne of Olympus, his brothers and sisters by his side. The gods revelled in their new kingdom, ruling over the mortals that lived in Elysium, a kingdom named so as to be a paradise for all those who lived there. And for a time, all was well. But gods are prideful beings, and soon began to bicker and argue amongst themselves, turning a blind eye to the realm of mortals. Zeus saw this, and saw how the mortals had also begun to fight one another in the absence of the gods' presence. A mighty thunderstorm swelled around Olympus as Zeus made a decree. The gods would no longer remain idle, but instead be sent unto Elysium, where they would be given a city to rule as they saw fit. Only Zeus would remain on Olympus, to ensure that his laws were upheld. Unhappy with this order, but unwilling to incur their father's wrath and risk being felled by his thunderbolts, the gods made their way down to Elysium to live among the mortals. Each god moulded his or her city into their own image, whether that be the beautiful marble temples of Aphrodite or the towering spires of the arcane Hecate. The mortals rejoiced to be in the presence of the Olympians, and peace was restored again. No longer able to interfere with each other as before, the gods now use mortal champions to do their bidding. Through time, mortals have dedicated their lives into performing great deeds to gain the gods' favour, become their champion, and enter their names into legend. But peace can never last forever, and dire plots are brewing in Elysium. The war god Athena, as wise as she is beautiful, has gone missing. As tensions rise amongst the Olympians, other forces work quietly, and whispers are spreading that the reign of Olympus is coming to an end.
Hello! Sorry, still fiddling around with volumes. We're professionals, I promise. Welcome back, guys, to Have a Go Heroes, where the only thing between awful and awesome is a saving throw. As proven by last week's escapades. On that, last week's escapades, not last month's escapades, not before Christmas's escapades. We're actually getting 2 episodes in 1 week, so ain't that groovy? 2 episodes in 1 week? Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, so I'm not going to waste any time and waste the fact that we actually have an episode a week. But I am going to make a few announcements. One is how things are going to work with the weekly content. So how it's going to happen is every other week, as usual, we will have Reign of Olympus campaign happening. And then on the off week, depending on cast availability, we will either have another episode of Reign of Olympus, or we will have a one-shot of some sort, or like something different kind of games that we'll do. Basically, as long as nothing horrendous and out of our hands happens, there will be something around this time every single Wednesday being streamed from the channel, which is amazing. Another announcement is I have to check what day it's going out, but either I think Friday evenings, we're also going to have another stream, which first you guys are hearing about this as well. Yeah, a friend of mine is part of a game. I think it's called D&D and T or something like that. It's a real play, much like we did with the pirate campaign, Legacy of Druid, where they will just be sat down playing the game. We'll have a couple of cameras set up, and it'll just be nice and casual in their game. So I know they've filmed the first couple of episodes, but then from now on, they'll be putting those on YouTube, and also the episodes will be on this channel, I think, every Friday evening. but I will make sure our social media updates to tell you when that will be. So yeah,
That's kind of cool.
yeah. So it means hopefully two things going out each week, which will be great for us and great for you guys. So yeah, but keep an eye on our social media tags, and we'll update you with that. Okay. Unless anybody else has any other announcements they want to make. No? Cool.
No.
Then let's go to the ident and then get back with the recap of last week's episode and get back to it. Okay? Got to be a quick way to do that. Hello, everybody, and we're back. So, yeah, last week, the players had all made it to Lagina, and through the weird, eldritch, Cthulhian, Cyclopean architecture that is... Architecture? That's a word. Architecture. I can't get it right. Scenery.
Architecture.
Yes, thank you. That is that city. They met with the people at the main library there, which Runt really hated because it sent his brain all funny. And they were told about the well in the middle of the city, directly at the crossroads between many things in Elysium that was spewing forth undead. They found out that this giant, I say a well, it was like 60 feet across, 80 feet high pit. And they learned that it led directly down into the underworld. And what was happening, usually, very occasionally, unliving, undead creatures or entities would manage to climb out of the pit, but by that time, there would be very few that managed to do this, and they would be very weak, and Lagina's trained guards and arcanists would be able to dispatch them pretty quickly. Recently, however, their numbers had been growing, and the variety of undead and unliving entities that had been coming out of this well had become more so. Like, more different, stronger, stranger entities had made their way out of this hole, and in numbers that they were finding it hard to deal with. So they had put out a call for aid, basically, from places like Sparta and Thebes and Athens and anywhere nearby that could lend aid. This included our adventurers that came over to help, and some Spartans that are now working with the Laginian arcanists to essentially break up the top of the well. They think the best way to deal with it is to just seal it up so that nothing can get through, and that way they won't have to have as many people on guard. But in the meantime, they needed our party and some others to help keep that sealed whilst they did their work and dispatch anything that crawled out. Party managed to start doing this. Party at this point being Kaya, Mercy, and Runt. And partway through the fight, with several harpies and something else that climbed out, grappling Runt that was something like a bearded devil of some kind. And 2 new members. Well, a member and 2.5 members appeared. One kind of appeared. So we now have Nim, who is a Tabaxi ranger, and Nesdeel. Am I saying that right? No? Yeah. Ness. Nim and Ness, who is a Tabaxi rogue. The rogue, the party never got to see because she rolled way too high in her stealth and just sent things flying. And they quickly dispatched of them, a lot quicker than I expected, because the Minotaur decided to pull off some death-defying abseil nonsense, and basically just throw the bearded devil back into the pit whilst holding on to a rope supported by the tabaxi that was about,
Twig size.
Yeah.
He invented runty jumping.
But through some unlucky rolls on the devil's part and some very lucky rolls on the tabaxi's part, you managed to survive and stay hanging on. And an interesting fact for you, that devil is still falling. In Elysium and ancient Greek myth, it takes 9 days for an anvil to fall from Earth and reach the underworld. And it's only been 7. So that devil is still falling right now. So yeah, a little bit of Elysium trivia for you. But yeah, so after this, Elpina, an old comrade of yours that told you about what was happening in Lagina, met you and instructed you of what they needed of you, and you were left a note by the rogue that was very sneaky to come and meet her at a local symposium, an area where people would like to meet, and they could officially meet. After going every which way about it, just because Lagina is very twisty and turny and tricky, they managed to meet up, and last we left off, Ness was lounging in the corner of the meeting square, the agora, if you will, and the party just managed to meet. And that is where we will pick up.
There's alcohol on the table. And a bowl of water for the dog, and I'm cuddling the dog. Just come over and licking it.
Yeah, the dog likes you. Chobani likes tabaxi. He doesn't see very many of them, so it's something fun.
Hi.
Chobani is a two-headed wolf-looking pup, by the way.
Yeah, a bit bigger than average. About the size of a St. Bernard.
With 2 heads.
With 2 heads. Extra licks.
Extra ears to scratch. Yeah.
Extra teeth to bite.
Yes, that also comes in handy.
And extra mouths to hold onto rope.
Yeah,
no, they were holding on to me.
For you, which was holding onto the rope.
Okay,
It works, okay.
How would you like to address this strange new comrade that you are for the very first time actually seeing? Because you didn't even get I think you got a small silhouette before the smoke misted over and she vanished into the darkness.
I got nothing. All I just saw Harpy. Most of it.
Well, we already said hello in tabaxi, so that was quite strange.
I'm just gonna stand there and look quizzical as to what these 2 cats are doing.
I don't know. It's been a day.
Use some more alcohol.
Alright,
Sit, drink.
alcohol I can deal with. Let's go. Let's go with alcohol. Let's drink.
Yeah, there is wine at the table for you all. Just out of interest, again, I don't think on any of your backstories, possibly Runt, maybe, yeah, but Kyra and Mercy definitely will not have seen a tabaxi before.
Well, this is delightfully curious.
Hey.
So,
I'm still not certain.
Well, it's nice to not be the only hairy member of the party.
yes, I've never found anything different. I've worked with many races on the galleys that I've been in.
It's been a long time since I've been home, so I've not seen another tabaxi for quite a while. Doesn't really bother me.
Where's home?
Far away. In a forest with other tabaxi.
Somewhere on a beach. A very, very long time ago.
Beach.
I've lived on galleys and, well, most things that float for most of my life.
It's a shame a certain person's not here. I'm sure you would get on very well. He liked the water.
A little too much.
A little too
Nothing
much.
wrong with water.
I didn't think cats liked water.
I learned to fish before I could practically walk.
We had many rivers. We would swim in them sometimes. I mean, some of us don't like water, but some minotaurs don't like water either.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's nasty stuff. Washes off my smell. My musky, manly scent.
Yes. Is that smell?
It doesn't smell good.
To be honest, that smell is probably Kaya or Nim?
No, we did have a bath before we came
Oh
here.
yes, of course you did. So yeah.
We went and cleaned off the general harpy innards that we'd both been covered in.
Yes.
So it is back to being the musk of the Minotaur.
It's Minotaur musk and dog slobber.
By Dolce & Gabbana.
Hey, maybe it smells good to other Minotaur.
No, I don't think it did.
I'd like to say it's an acquired taste, but seriously, after several weeks, it's really
Do you mean several reeks?
It's an acquired taste that we have yet to acquire.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why has this only become shit on the minus today?
Yeah.
You did jump into a hole.
What? Runt!
Well,
A very big hole.
Runt!
Yeah,
The-
well, you
the-
were,
the underworld.
thing.
well, you were making a valiant effort to attack the harpy via jumping.
I was giving it a hug. Love
Yes,
conquers all, you know.
And then you destroyed it. It was excellent.
Yes, you certainly lulled it into a false sense of something.
It was a winning strategy. Unusual. Reckless. But winning.
Well, normally reckless falls into the male purview of this group, but we were down one, so.
You-
Why are we throwing shade at the men?
Hey, it works for you, darling, so own it. It might be stupid, but it works.
The devil did get punched in the face.
And then dropped into a fuck off massive hole.
The devil came out of the hole, and then your minotaur
Is that a euphemism?
jumped on it and thwacked it while, sort of hanging off.
Next time, can you give me time to tie the rope to something?
There wasn't really time. I had maggots on me. It was a whole thing.
One thing you should know, he's very much a man of impulse.
That's okay.
He
Right.
very rarely,
I just
he
said
very
the ball
rarely
by the
even
ball.
tells us what he's doing. He just sort of he just yeets himself into every problem.
Or down every hole.
Throws himself into a situation.
Pretty
What
much.
else are you supposed to do?
Well, yes. Well, you do keep saying you are devoid of brains, so yes.
Ah,
He is lovable in most respects.
Well, he did get rid of the devil.
It was certainly most unique.
as I said, it's a strategy. Reckless, but worked perfectly.
Yes.
So you obviously have a way of working together. It might just take some time to figure out how that does actually work.
Yeah, you might want to put that statement in inverted commas, dear.
I think sheer dumb luck is how it works.
That's normally quite accurate.
Oh. I find planning and making sure there's a good solution works better.
The only solution I care about is
Oh, trust
alcohol.
me, I do too. It happens, it all goes out. Whatever random orifice passes for a window.
I just tend to stay hidden and shoot it.
Also good to know.
It's hardly sporting.
Well, a fair shot. Nothing's really fair.
All's fair in love and war.
I'm
Yes.
not going to shoot you.
Really?
Well, I should hope not.
Did I?
What?
I shot the harpy, but not you.
We have to play to our own strengths.
I'm also loving the pause that Runt is stuck in.
It is a smug pause.
Yeah.
It is.
It's very
I know.
self-serving.
I mean, part of me wants you to not leave and join again, just because that's a good face too.
Oh.
Sorry, for those of you listening on podcast, the video has frozen with Dan making the biggest grin. But
Like proper shit-eating grin, just like big smug beaming. Do you want me to leave and come back?
Let's keep the conversation going for now. You guys have picked up the pace, and you're in it. You're on it. You got it.
So, I'm Kaya. I didn't get either of your two names. Not really. I was still sort of like dealing with having been hugging a harpy.
Well, I am Nim,
Yeah.
which short for Nimble Ghost, which is what the other sailors called me.
Do you prefer Nim?
Nim is fine.
Okay.
And Chobani is my companion.
Who's so adorable.
He is adorable.
He's adorable. And
I'm Nestle.
Nestle. Nice to meet you both. It's been a very strange week.
So, how did you get here?
Me?
No, like, how did the three of you get here?
Oh, we walked a long way.
There was a weird stint for the Feywilds, but we can't actually remember that.
Well,
You're not supposed to go
don't.
there.
We didn't. I didn't. I fell asleep
It
and
was-
woke up outside Sparta.
Yeah. All I know is that we traveled several leagues in one night without actually doing anything. So, it's all good.
Yeah. That's how they got and we remet. Did some stuff, went for a wander.
All the
Help some
Cyclops.
That was before the Feywild.
Yeah.
We went for a wander.
Someone
went
came
for one-
champion of the arena.
Yeah, we went for a wander, got lost in some woods, came out of the woods, and ended up here.
You're here to you came here to help deal with the problem.
That's right, isn't it, Mercy?
Yes, we met Alpina in the middle of all the Spartan nonsense, and through discussion she just happened to mention that weird stuff was happening, and if we had free time and found ourselves over in this direction, how would we help? So here we are helping. My head hurts.
Have a drink, Mercy. That will help.
I can't drink!
I'll drink yours and take that arrow for you.
I side eye the tobacco they keep shooting by arrow.
Not literally, Runt.
Right, so what are we doing? We need to drink. Let's drink.
Drinking's good.
Yes, you guys have
Yeah,
basically
content there.
you guys have basically been told to if you want to spend the evening doing whatever it is that you want to do, whether you wanted to access the library. I know that triggers Runt. But if you, when you first met,
He's already found another place to live.
Yeah, I know it was a while ago. But when you first came to the city, you were told, as a thank you for helping, if you did want to access any of the archives, supervised for some of the areas, but whilst you were doing this, in between guarding, you could go there, or you could relax, or you could do anything you wanted in between when you were needed at the well. So if there's anything you guys did want to do, let me know now. If not, we will Batman the next appropriate.
I would like to excuse myself from this wonderful meeting. Go find somewhere I can actually have tea and then lie down. And then I want to quickly access some parts of the library and see if I can gain any information as to what I was previously told about Benedict, and if there's any information about stuff they've previously found in the well that might give us an indication as to what we might find later on.
Okay, that's easy enough. Well, tea and a lie down. The library is as good a place as any, as I'm sure a lot of you know. Comfy chairs and warm drinks and books. Yeah, so that would be the best place for both of those, for all of those things. So, I'd say 3 questions that you will have time to research before the next plot thing. I'll move
Cool.
forward, whatever that may be.
Cool. Right, give me. If they want to carry on, because I've buggered off now.
Okay,
I'll
so if you think of 3 as specific as you can get it.
Yep.
Because if you're looking for something, or if you want to word a question that is vague enough around a topic. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll let them carry on. I'll quickly write some stuff.
No worries. The rest of you, what would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna go say hi to my Spartan brethren that are knocking around the city.
Okay, most of them, to be fair, at this time, just because they want to get it finished as quick as possible, they're kind of all congregating around the well. They only come away to give, basically, so they don't go insane.
Well, it's too late for me, so I'll go join them.
Yeah, so they will either be up working on the well, or they will be around. And you've seen, like, as you were leaving, you've seen some stations where they've set up like cat. You've seen some
There's no
stations
way of
where-
stopping them.
Yeah, where they've set up like teepees and like little awnings where they can sit and drink and lads, you know, fun. So yeah. So you will have passed them, so you can do that easy enough if you're splitting up. Aya and the Pussycats. Sounds like a great band.
Now that's a band name I can get behind.
Yeah. Well, she is a bard.
Yeah.
What, if anything, would you like to do? Would you like to stick together, or? I mean, I'm not going to stop you guys, but I love how like Mercy and Runt have just gone. Look, new people. I don't like them. Bye.
I'm going to be sticking around in the area, but I am on the lookout for a certain type of person.
Not furries.
I'm after some companionship for the evening.
Ah, fair. I mean, you could start chatting up the academics if you wanted to.
Yes.
Okay. I think it's too early in the evening for me to role play
That's
smuts
fine.
with you. But if you want to,
No, it's sort of.
but if you wanted to roll a persuasion check,
Persuasion, you say?
I know some of the chat might be upset that there's not going to be smut, and I'm sorry, but join Premium Snapchat for that.
Natural 20.
Okay. Yeah, you walk up to 2 very stuffy-looking gentlemen, and within the hour, it's not just that makes them stuffy. Shall we say?
Fair enough.
And you take them both back to where they're staying.
I will see you lovely ladies later. And yeah, then off.
And that is your evening entertainment.
Yes.
Sorted for the bard. Bards.
We'll talk to Baxi, because I'll be interested in the area she came from.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay then. Well, this why not? We will. Yeah. Sorry, just spotting the chat. I was right. Since you are new character, we'll actually roleplay some of this, and we'll have this. So feel free to have your opportunity to talk about where you're from and what you've done, and just because you guys have only just joined, so we can add a little exposition in, so you guys can introduce your characters to each other and to the audience. Go for it.
So you were on ships.
Yes. I came from a fishing village, and there was a great storm one night, and the boat and my family were lost.
Oh, so you grew up without any tabaxi?
Yes, I was 8, and I eventually found Poseidon's Wrath, which was a large galley. They sort of treated me like a pet to start off with. They were not really sure what I was.
Yeah, that must have been difficult. I grew up with all tabaxi.
Ah,
We don't. At least my tabaxi, we have a story. We were once pets of the Fates. And then we got into the workroom and played with some yarn. And then we were cursed to not be pets of the Fate anymore. And so most of us stay home and like to guard our territories, but some of us must wander. And I am one of the ones that must wander. So I don't stay anywhere too long. But it's been a long time since I've been home.
Ah.
But, my family made this. And she points to her leather armor, which has all sorts of like intricate sort of embroidery on it. My family made this before I left. And my boots are from my grandfather, who was also a wanderer.
Ah. I pull out a dagger. Looks to have been made out of whalebone, carved with unusual carvings, swirls. This is the only thing I have from my home. I don't even know where my home is.
I don't. That's not where my people. That's not normal for my people. But I can. I still keep in contact with my family. We talk all the time via messengers. So I can always send something, and maybe if somebody has some skill, we can trace it, and I can ask them if they've ever seen it before.
That would be interesting. I would like to find out where my family would have been. The only thing I know was that the swirls upon my dagger are also upon a large standing stone.
Well, I can ask them. We've lived in this place a very long time, and there's always been wanderers who have come from the villages where I've lived, who have wandered all over the place and then come home. So maybe someone's heard of it?
That would be good.
A wanderer.
A wanderer called Gizmo.
Yeah.
Hi, Gizmo.
So,
I meant to be the most professional one out of all of you. Yeah. Okay. While you two are helping each other out and greeting another tabaxi, especially for you, Nim, is a novelty. Mercy, do you have some things now you've settled with your cup of tea and a kind of found yourself an area with a lot of pillows and there's incense burning and like a soft kind of discordant music throughout the entire kind of building, and you're as relaxed as someone in
chair.
Yeah, there you go. not many chairs, but you can make do.
Yeah. I've settled on a couple of things. The third one's eluding me at the moment.
Well, maybe these first two will give you
enough.
The third.
Basically, I want to look into the premise of ancient relics and awakening of such things, whether there's any sort of like history or lore behind any existing or previous noted ones and what it took to bring them to life, sort of thing. And the second thing was just like a general sort of like catalogue of the kind of things that they've experienced coming up out of the well, just so we've got like a rough idea as to what might be coming out of the trapdoor.
Okay, so for the first one, if you roll me an investigation check.
Absolutely. And oh yeah. Well, that's a natural 20.
Legit.
Oh yeah, fully legit.
No, I mean, sorry, legit means fair enough. Nerd
can I? Yeah. Can I? Is it guidanceable, just so I can boost the number?
Yeah, it's actually.
That's up to you. Sure.
I guess not, because you'd be looking for quite a while for it. It isn't like an instant.
That's fine.
Kind of thing.
That's okay.
But with a natural 20, you'll be okay.
I mean, you can't quit a skill, but it just means it's a higher.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's still a flat 20 because my bonus is 0. So.
Fair enough. Okay, well, yeah, you look through and you find lots of different like ancient artifacts, like that may have belonged to the gods, like Hermes' winged boots, or the Asclepius. I butchered that. I can normally speak today, apparently not.
Asclepius.
Yes, or Awakeus. Sorry. Or like the ball of golden string that led out of the labyrinth, and all sorts of things like that from legend. from what you can find, none of them needed activating of sorts. They all just kind of did what they were meant to do. You do read, however, some legends of, and well, I say legends, they're really new, and that's how it catches your eye. They're quite new records, more than edicts and poetry or anything like that, and they just seem to be recent records of some mutterings across Elysium that the gods have been themselves, and through talking to Hephaestus, the god of the forge and the god that lives in Vulcan, about making artifacts recently, like now. It's to give to their champions. And one of them, and that will be activated when they are worthy. So they may have to earn the right to wield them, and then after that prove they are worthy enough, and then they will eventually activate. One of the names on that list, you see something about a compass from Poseidon, you see something about a horse. One of the main things you see on that list that catches your eye is called the Spear of Vengeance, which you know to be...
Oh, really?
Which you know to be Runt's spear.
Yep.
Thank you, Iscarex, for subscribing. One thing you don't see is you don't see any record of a mace or anything that Hecate has built, or Persephone, or any mention of the name Benedictus.
Yeah, because I have a funny feeling that's a different legend. Is there any information on the Spear of Vengeance while I'm looking at it?
It is just a list of things with possible gods next to them. So the Spear of Vengeance.
And what's the god associated to the horse?
The horse, that doesn't have one. These are like guesses, like some have been crossed out and added on.
The unknown horseman.
Yeah, the compass is, it says Poseidon, Hephaestus. The spear, it says Ares, Hephaestus, ? And then in brackets Aphrodite.
So different gods have presumably imbued certain aspects of themselves into the...
You could assume that, you're not sure. That's literally, that is all that is written down.
It's all speculative.
Yeah, it's all speculative, and you couldn't really tell either way.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool.
If you want to make another investigation check for finding out things that have come out of the hole.
That is a 13.
Shush. 13. You don't find much.
Out of a hole.
Yeah. It's just a big thing that says dumbass Minotaur. Again, it wasn't dumb because it worked, so I'm on your side. I mean, it's made for many memes for the Twitter, so I'm happy. No, you don't find much like specifics. You find it talking about, we must talk like poetry about great champions that may have defeated big things, but you think that they were very exaggerated. You find mention of a defense mechanism.
Blowing their own horn.
Yeah, you find stories about how it was kind of a double-edged sword of the things coming out, increasing the need for Arcanis, but then the magic that they're using, are they making it easier for them to come out? Just theorizing, but you don't find any specifics, but you do remember Elpina saying that she had been keeping a record of things that had been coming out recently. So it may be that she has that with her, or one of the priestesses might have it with them.
Cool. I will, first chance I get, probably in the morning, I will have a word with her if I see her.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you thought of with the third question, or is that all you can think that you would like to look into for now?
Just quickly, I just want to see. Oh, balls! Well, I've literally just thought of it and lost it. Yeah, no. I want to just quickly have a look at any record of Ophion and how he died.
Okay. Another investigation check.
If there's any record.
Yeah.
If there's any information at all about the Titans in general, but specifically him. That is a 19.
19. Okay. There is no mention of him dying. There is a mention of the Titans in general.
Sure.
And On the 19th, you get escorted to like a more... You have to be supervised on the visit to that section when you ask about Ophion, because anything to do with the Titans and the Titan armor key, with Hecate being a Titan herself, it's kept very guarded, just in case anyone might want to use it to do harm, and because of how dangerous that war was. You found that some were killed, like you hear of... there's no names mentioned, but there are those that are killed. Ophion isn't one of those names, but for most of them, you see that they were locked away in Tartarus in some form. Most Titans that lost the war were locked away. You also see Prometheus mentioned in there as well, who was locked. Like, he's on Elysium. He is still, you see the legend of Prometheus on Vesuvius Island, and it talks of the hubris of Prometheus. But also the arrogance of Zeus. It's kind of written from a Legenian perspective. So very, very neutral on who was to blame in that, but it tells the story of Prometheus. For those that you do not know, Prometheus was the one that created humans and other humanoids, like dwarves, elves, possibly even Tabaxi, with Zeus. And then against Zeus's wishes, he gave fire to them that they could make and be warm. And Zeus had forbid this, and Zeus, in his rage, punished Prometheus by chaining him to a mountain where every day an eagle would eat out his liver, and every night the liver would grow back. So you see that legend there. Yeah, it mentions it doesn't mention Ophion specifically. It doesn't mention many of the Titans specifically. It just mentions of the war and how most of them were locked away.
Okay. How wonderfully curious.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Okay. At that, you are all settling in. Runt, you are staying up and probably starting some sort of friendly fight, not an actual fight with the Spartans. Maybe introducing them. I don't know. Maybe introducing them to headbutts.
Yes.
Thought you might. Nim and Ness, you are deep in conversation. Kaya, you are deep in something else. Mercy, you are just finishing writing your notes on. Killed her. Just finishing writing your notes on the Titans and finishing collecting your research, when there is a sound, a voice in all of your heads, and you hear Elpina, and she says, "Please, all you get is something is happening at the well. We need you here immediately. We don't know what to expect."
Right, well, I take I'm already there, haven't I? We're very close to.
Yeah, so you will most likely be the first one there.
That's the way it should be.
I'm going to enjoy several moments of not being at the frigging well.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm assuming, unless some of you are sadistic or, literally tied up, who knows, that you are making your way to the well. Is there anything anybody wanted to try and do on the way, or are you just making your way there? Or are some of you just not bothering? It is up to you.
Just going, what?
Are you going to the well straight away?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Are we waiting for our new friend?
I think she is otherwise engaged.
Yes, but that can be solved very quickly.
Do we know where she went?
You have no idea.
Chibani, fetch!
I mean, you can try and roll a survival check for Chobani if you would like to sniff out things.
With advantage. I wonder what he's going to get.
It's going to be a very... Yeah, go for it.
17, that's... 23.
23. Okay, yeah, he picks up the scent, but it goes in the opposite way to the well. Most residential places are away from the well because people don't like sleeping close to it because it gives them really bad dreams.
Yes. Okay, let's go without.
Okay? Okay, Kaya. Not what are you doing, what are you doing next?
Now, whom are you doing?
It's not, it's still,
Not a case as to whom.
for most of us, it's not 9 o'clock yet, so watershed and all that.
I will make my apologies and say that unfortunately I can't stay as long as I hoped, as I'm needed at the well. And then promptly grab most of my bits and pieces that I need and hastily be getting redressed while heading to the well.
Okay. As long as it's your bits you're grabbing, that's cool. Yes, eventually, you all, at different times, Kaya probably last, because like I say, it's in the opposite direction, to avoid the nightmares, but you all make your way there. Each of you, as you get to the top again, before you even get there, you all get this kind of, the air feels electric almost. I don't know if you know the feeling during a thunderstorm when the air is just charged, and oppressive, and it feels like you have this pressure pushing down on you. The closer you get to the top of the well, the more of that you feel. When you get to the top of the well and you can peer over, and the Spartans have done some work, like fully half of the well is now covered. They work quick. Like they say, it would only take a few days to do when they weren't lying. But where you can look down, you see the smoke that's kind of coalesced around it is kind of swirling. And Alpina is at the top, and her eyes are slightly glowing, and she seems to be like doing a whole Doctor Strange, like making motions with her hands, and is deep in concentration. When you all coalesce and meet together.
Can I make an Arcana check to just see if I can identify any of this?
Yes, go ahead. Anybody that wants to kind of do their own what the heck, feel free.
20.
Okay. You have no experience with this sort of thing because no one has really. This is a very Lagina-based phenomenon, but from the pressure, it feels like a lot of almost psychic pressure, like lots of things, or a very powerful thing, something with a big voice, or that is on its way. It's like the equivalent of hearing a stampede coming.
I'll turn to Nim and say, because I don't know whether and if any of the rest of you are close enough, but I'll turn to Nim and say, something's coming, and it's big.
Find some high ground?
I mean, this is probably, you are on top of the well, so this is going to be the highest ground in Lagina that you'll be able to find.
So then I'm making a hide check.
Okay, try and hide within the shadows. Roll me a stealth check.
Not great. That is a 16.
16? Okay, no worries. Okay, you can see that there are several Spartans on the top there with you as well. And they all feel, they're not dealing with it as well as you, but they're not big fancy heroes like you are. Alpina seems to be doing okay. This is kind of her job, I suppose.
Is there anybody standing with her?
No, the only thing you can notice with her, and it's only for those of you that have either seen it before or are very astute, is smoke kind of brushes past where you know her familiar to be invisibly standing next to her. I think some of you saw it in Sparta, if I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has an invisible familiar that stands
If
next
there's
to her.
nobody else with her, like guarding her or protecting her, then I'll go stand close.
Okay, no worries. If there is anything anybody wants to do quickly, because the pressure is building. You can all feel it. Again, not like a screaming in your head. It's not anything as cliche as that, but you know when you've got like a stuffy headache, like a cold, and everything's congested, and you feel that pressure at the top of your nose, and that is kind of building. And you can tell it's coming from the well, but that is all building. Not quite like a migraine, Mercy, but it doesn't help.
Not enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to move, get my longbow prepared as whatever's going to be, hopefully, a reasonable distance away from me to start off with.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out a rope and tie it on.
This scaffolding, if you went put it over, it'd kind of be like say this is the wall, you're stood here, and the inside of the well is here. There's scaffolding alongside it just below, so you could like lean over, tie it there, and the rope would kind of do that.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, hope that very poor mime helped you visually. But yes, you are now attached to a structure rather than the twiggy kitty.
See,
Good
I'm
choice.
learning, guys.
Okay. So a few things happen. The pressure builds and builds, and the smoke itself becomes thicker. You see, it becomes thicker and thicker. And as you're all preparing, Alpina, her eyes focus again. They stop glowing, and she just screams. She holds onto her head, falls to her knees, and screams.
Well, I'm already there.
And at the same time, out of the well comes pouring what looks like an eruption of this same coloured energy as this. Like, it looks like a volcanic eruption. It looks like smoke is spewing forward and up into the air. And as you do so, you can feel that energy, and you can hear thousands upon thousands upon thousands of voices, all chattering and screaming and laughing and cackling in unison. And they swirl around. If anybody wants to make me a perception check or an arcana check to see what is happening, feel free.
17.
17.
Perception, by the way.
Yeah.
19 perception.
Okay.
15.
Perception.
Perception.
Okay. So,
17 Arcana.
okay, most of you can tell, like, just through looking at this smoke, it's not smoke, it's not energy. It is thousands of spirits. Like, each of them coming out of this well together into the air, further up through, like, touching the clouds to the point where you can almost, like, you can't really see almost where they stop. But they are each individual, like, spectral humanoid shapes making up this entire whole. And most of them swirl around, and the cacophony reaches a peak, and they all explode outwards and just launch themselves in every single direction around them. You all have to, they launch themselves over you and through you as well, and you all have to kind of shield your eyes or bend down, and you can't see anything except this smoke for a good half a minute, sorry. And then it clears, and you can just get that distant cackling. All of you make me a wisdom save.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
It's the one thing I'm good at. So
That's decidedly better than last time.
I'll go first then. 24.
24, okay.
17.
17, okay.
15.
15,
I don't want to say it.
say it.
3.
3.
9.
9. Okay. So, as you're all settling, everything seems to be fine. Everything seems to have gone quiet. The pressure has disappeared. Several of the Spartans have drawn their swords and they're looking around. So everybody's kind of waiting to see what happens next. Like the calm, kind of like the calm before and after a storm comes. And after a brief pause that seems to last an age, some of the Spartans turn around and they just stab their companions, and a fight breaks out. What's like the other Spartans, they don't know what's happening because their comrades just turn on them and they just start hacking at them like ravenous beasts with their swords, and there's limbs and blood and viscera flying everywhere. And some of them do this, they turn and they see you. Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
18.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's right. I'll get you 18 for Nim. 18. Mercy.
4.
4. Taya.
7.
7. Runt.
19.
19. Ness.
Also 19.
19. I think, Ness, you're a rogue, so I'm guessing you have the higher dex.
I'm guessing I have the higher dex too with a +4 modifier.
Yeah, okay. It will be...
If it was strength, I would.
Okay, yeah, so you see there's 4 out of the 9 Spartans that were standing walking towards you with their weapons drawn, shields in front of them. But they look they look rabid in their eyes, but they're still starting to get this formation of like a phalanx going between the 4 of them. But they look hungry. Ness, it is you to go first.
And is there anything to do with that wisdom save that I have failed to?
Not right now.
Okay. Then do they see me?
They see you, yes.
Okay. I don't really want to kill the Spartans. Can I normally shoot things? I am squishy. I'm just gonna run.
Gonna run?
So I can move double my speed when I normally move.
Okay, where are you running to? Double your
Away
speed when you
from
normally
me.
move. What's that? Oh, are you
I'm
using
running
bonus
over
action
30.
dash?
No, I'm using my feline power.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, of course.
So I'm just away from them, but still where I can do something other than that if I need to. Does it look like there's anything else coming out other than them?
No, the pit seems quiet. Like, quieter than when you got here.
I'm a little bit concerned. I'm running away from them in my action, so that's 60 feet further away from them.
Okay, you can reach basically, and you won't get 60 feet because it's 60 feet across, but you can use enough to get as far away from them as possible.
Edge.
Yeah, definitely. But it won't take the whole 60 feet, but yeah.
That's fine. And then I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. So that is within 60 feet, is it not?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so yeah, you get a ping from Runt's spear. You get a ping from Mercy's mace and something in her bag. So basically, yeah, you get a big ping from Elpina and all her items that she has on her. But apart from what you assume is people's magical items they've picked up, the Spartans themselves don't ping. Whatever's happening to them is not magical.
Okay. That's for 10 minutes with concentration, so...
Yeah, no problem. Okay, Runt, what would you like to do?
I'm going to try and engage the Spartans in conversation.
Okay, what do you say?
Be like, have you forgotten who you are? What are you doing? Sort your shit out.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
I can try, right?
You can certainly try. There we go, I said it.
That'll be a natural 20, so...
Natural 20, okay. I mean, you always get those, but it's natural 20 on a skill check. So what happens is you think, what are you doing? Like, have you forgotten who you are? Like, we have not forgotten. We are who we have always been, and we will get what is due.
I take it you're not the Spartans whose bodies I'm talking to.
No, they are weak, and they are tools, and they are tools we will use to render you asunder. And that's all you get within the 6 seconds. Is there anything else you want to do? Because that's not going to take a whole action move thing.
Gotta get my spear out and ready myself for combat, I guess.
Okay, you're just getting yourself ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, one of the Spartans is going to throw a javelin at Mercy. Does a... Nope, that's a natural 2. So yeah, it just picks up its shield, pulls back, and throws the javelin, and it just goes completely wide. You don't even have to dodge over the well, and you hear a distant blink and a Wilhelm scream. Why not? And it pulls out its sword and drops to one knee and readies itself. Kaya.
What's the distance between me and these Spartans?
About 20 feet.
I'm going to sort of move up behind Runtz.
Okay.
I literally sort of like, and prepare to sort of like, why does this always happen? Why does this always happen? And sort of just basically get my rapier out, and I'm going to prepare for them coming to attack.
Okay, so you're just like
I'm just preparing,
ready in action for when they get closer.
Yes.
So yeah, so you just want to ready a melee attack for if one gets close enough, kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay, we can do that. Okay, it is Elpina now. She stands up, looks at the Spartans, and then her hands glow as she prepares herself. Like still on her knees, but kind of resolve has come over her now, and she kind of reaches up for Mercy to pull her up. I don't know if you do so.
Yes, fine.
Yeah, grabs onto your hand, looks at you, smiles, and can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Me?
Yep.
Oh, mother.
Hey, apparently wisdom's good for you.
It was
Yeah,
that
no,
moment she didn't
I
fuck
wasn't expecting that. It's a 19.
19. Yep, you are fine. So she does that, smiles, and is that a cantrip? And is it a thingy? No, so that's it. So just smiles and just goes. You just hear from her just, "Oh, it's good to be topside." And it's your turn. While she is holding onto your arm.
Oh, really? Okay, so, right, just as a brief, how much distance is there between me and the other Spartans anyway?
You are about the same. You're all about within about 15-20 feet of the Spartans.
Okay, well, seeing as I've got Elpina by the hand, I'm guessing she's going to be a lot smaller than me.
Yeah, she's average like height for a human. So.
Yeah, I'm going to just loom down.
Oh, sorry, one sec. Ness, we are slowly losing you to the forehead. I think your webcam is falling down.
It is a very lovely forehead.
It's a lovely forehead.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying, Mercy.
Yeah, as I pull her up, I'm going to just lean down and say, the one thing you should have counted on is the power of hell itself, and who wields it in the name of Persephone. And I'm going to just pull close, and I'm going to just turn undead.
Okay.
I'm going to channel my divinity and turn undead.
Okay, do you want to read out what that does at your level?
Yeah, basically, anything that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That has an undead presence, yeah.
Yep, no worries. So... Okay. 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 What happens if they fail?
If it fails, it is turned for a minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to get away from the source, and it cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It also cannot take any reactions, so its action it can only use a bonus action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there is nowhere to move, the creature can only use the dodge.
Okay. We lost a little bit of sound towards the end. It was muffly, but from what I can gather, if they fail, they have to run away from you and stay running away from you until they get hurt or pass.
Yeah.
Cool. So you do this, and kind of a wave of, like, seismic energy almost kind of passes out from you and washes over the Spartans and Elpina. The Spartans, all but one of them, stand up, shake, and then literally kind of out of their mouths, ectoplasm kind of falls, and these spirits move in the opposite direction, and the Spartans fall kind of unconscious. One of the Spartans, the one with the sword, sees them but stays there with the sword ready. Elpina looks at you, chuckles, and goes, "You think you're the scariest thing I've seen? Try again, sweetheart."
Oh, you haven't. Oh, you see nothing yet.
Anything else? That's your action, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what? Oh, I don't want to because it's Alpina and I like her. Oh, bollocks to it. Let's bring out Benny.
Okay. So you spiritual weaponing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Roll a melee attack.
That a 16.
16 just hits.
Ooh, good to know. And that is, can't even read that, stupid dice. That is 9 points of damage.
Okay. I'm going between two apps here for reasons. Okay, so yeah, Benedictus kind of appears, as you like to do, behind her. The kind of light coalesces into the shape of a smiling Benedictus and hits her in the back. The only thing that stops her falling forward is her claws, like claw-like grip, holding onto your forearm, and turns, sees Benedictus, and make an insight check for me.
Yep, certainly. Oh, another thing I'm partially good at. Well, that is a natural 20 for a 25.
Okay, jeez, you guys, stop it.
Sorry.
We've got Runt luck tonight.
I was going to say, Runt, stop giving your dice out to people. Yeah, you look, and it goes away as quickly as it appears, but as soon as she spots, or it, whatever's happening, spots Benedictus, you see her eyes widen, and you can see genuine fear and recognition.
Ooh,
and then
shiny.
Her eyes go back again, and it's the same malicious and smug look, and returns her gaze to you.
Sweet.
That is Ness. Your turn.
No, I've already gone.
Yep, we're back to the top of the initiative.
It's already back to the top.
It's already back to the top of the initiative. We're keeping things going.
Oh, wow.
We're doing it. Yeah, there were
You missed me.
there were 3 other Spartans that were going to get a
Hang
turn.
on,
but,
hang on, you haven't done them.
have I not?
No.
No.
I thought you. That's weird. Okay, Nim, we'll do you now, and then your cats all look the same. Nim, what would you like to do? And then you'll be after Runt usually.
I'm not usually after Runt.
Not on purpose.
What would you like to do?
I was intending on moving over towards where Mercy was,
Okay.
and basically preparing to hit anything that attacks her specifically.
Okay.
I'll be there ready for this round.
You can. Okay. I was going to say you can still do stuff. There is still one Spartan looking aggressive. There is something going on between Alpina, like Mercy just attacked her.
Yeah, that was strange.
So you are free to do something if you want, because I did miss you.
Well, she did actually attack her, so yeah, I'll stow my longbow and draw a rapier instead.
Okay. Now it's your turn. Ness, what would you like to do?
I've just seen them attack things.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer not to kill a Spartan, but I'll shoot a Spartan.
Okay, if you want to roll your attack.
21.
Okay. So you draw your bow. You aim kind of like at the leg of the Spartan as you're kind of to the side, where you get a better shot around the shield, and then you're about to let go, and you just hear a, "No, not that one!" And you turn your arm, and you fire at Runt. Roll for damage. Not Runt, sorry, Kaya.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
I'm guessing a 21 hits all of you, so I didn't need to
Yeah.
ask. And it's definitely sneak attack, because they were not expecting that.
13.
13. Okay, that is 13 points of damage to you, Kaya.
Yep.
And am I freaked by this, or is this like...
At this point, no, because
No.
at this point,
Okay.
the voice has kind of left itself in the back, and now it's come to the front of your mind, and it is now in the driver's seat. So you are possessed.
So I rolled a hide.
Yep.
That's a nat 20 for a total of 26 on...
Okay. So what you guys see is your new companion that was already pretty mysterious. I did roll for their for the turn undead as well, by the way, and it did not work. Yeah, which was already pretty mysterious. Fired an arrow into Kaya and then disappeared.
Right.
Okay. I'm not going to get the initiative wrong this time. Runt, your turn.
It is indeed. I'm slightly scared to do anything at this point, though. I honestly don't know what to do. I'm
Okay.
just gonna...
In that case, I'll make it easy for you. Because as you see Kaya go down, you hear in your head, "Now, while it's weak." Roll to attack, Kaya.
I don't want to do that.
I know you don't, but you...
So I roll to fight it?
No, you already fought it, and you failed.
17.
17, Kaya, does that hit you?
It will hit, and I'm also going to be cutting wording it straight away.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be a 21, actually. Okay. Do I have to roll damage?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Kyle.
Why don't you just sort of, give me your own weapon and I will hit myself with it because you're useless.
All right.
I mean, that's a weird thing to say as he's reaching down at the spit. So yeah, how much damage? Let's keep this pace up because I like getting good.
6. I rolled a 6, so that's 6
Oh,
less.
that's your cutting words. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 6 less damage. Sorry, I'm a little bit excited.
No, it should be 6 less to the hit roll.
Oh, is that to the? Are you doing it to the? Well, she can choose whether she does it to the hit roll or to the damage.
He'd already declared the to hit, so I'm declaring it to the damage.
Okay, so 6 less damage.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, bards, man.
I always thought it was the hit roll.
Runt.
So that's 1d8 plus 5. That's going to be 13 damage.
Reduced
Is
to
that-
7.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take 7 additional damage. We'll say just it doesn't matter if it's flaming or not, so which is good. So yeah. Now so both Ness and Runt, your objective now is to just hurt the players. You are both possessed by these entities, and their goal is to take out whatever is not possessed. So yeah. Nim.
Very confused. They are reckless normally, but they don't normally stab each other.
No. I
No,
have to think back.
no, not that I've spotted so far. I'm going to assume that Mercy has decided to attack for a good reason, and I'm going to go for Alea?
Elpina.
Alpina.
Yes, go for it.
So 15 to hit.
That does not hit. You go with the rapier, and then she uses her arm, and she moves Mercy slightly. Like Mercy doesn't lose her footing, but she moves her enough that you kind of pull back so you don't hit your companion instead, and the hit ends up going wide.
And then Shivani is also going to try and hit.
Go for it.
He does a lot better. And he is a 20.
20, yeah, that will hit.
9 damage and a strength saving throw.
Okay. It is all admin. That is a 18 on the strength saving throw.
That's fine.
Okay. And a 9 damage. Yeah, as you kind of try and get in, and she moves Mercy aside, it opens up the other side of the path, where Chobani goes around and just latches onto the other arm, and tries to get a hold, but she just pulls it away in time, but does take damage from it. Higher. It is your turn.
I'm going to sort of straighten myself up, look straight, Runt in the eye. You are possibly the worst example of anyone similar to you that I have ever come across. And I'm going to cast Shatter so it hits him, target it so it's just behind him, so it'll actually hit him.
Okay, you can do that. What does he need to do, if anything?
Okay, I require a constitution. A con save.
Con save can do.
I know you can. I'm looking for my D8.
That'll be 23.
Okay, so you'll be taking half damage. So it's 20 down to 10.
Okay, so you rolled 20, which is okay. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
of something, because, yep. So yeah, so take 10 damage, not reduced because you're not currently raging.
And yeah, it's also thunder. And as my bonus action,
Okay, before you do that,
Okay.
Run, because 20 damage normally is 40 damage to structures. And you aimed it just behind Runt,
yeah, just
who is on the
yeah.
well. So what happened? It crumbles part of the well itself, and Runt, make a dex save for me.
Can I do advantage because I've got my rope tied to the scaffolding?
You do it with advantage because you have danger sense,
Hey!
because you're a
Sweet.
barbarian.
Rather have advantage because that was shit. 36 plus 1. 17.
17 doesn't quite make it, just because did it by damage and stuff. But it's fine. What happens is you fall backwards, go to grab out, and fall into the well, and then dong, the rope catches you. So you are dangling, not very far, like maybe 5 to 10 feet, because of how the rope had to go, but you're just dangling still in sight of everybody with this fury in your eyes, foam coming out the side of your mouth. But yeah, how would you like to finish your turn, Kaya?
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay, good plan.
Three. What's that? So I get 7 health back.
Yay. Okay. Just out of interest, no, you haven't taken. Never mind. Is there anything else you would like to do? I think you got just movement now, haven't you?
Yeah,
Oh, actually,
I'm going to. Oh,
don't. Is Healing Word is not a cantrip, is it?
nope. But
So you would not be able
No, it's
to.
a bonus act.
Yeah,
but
you
it's a
could do it as a bonus
bonus
action, but it's a leveled spell. You can only do
In
one
that
leveled
case.
spell a turn. And Shatter, I
Fair
assume,
enough.
is a leveled spell.
It is.
Yeah,
It's a
so
level
you-
2.
Yeah, so you can't do both, sadly.
In that case, I will
You
be
can do a
doing that, but
cantrip as a bonus action, but you can't do a leveled
Can I still
spell.
see Runt?
Yeah, because you kind of, you were, yeah, because he was attacking you, so you can lean over and see him, and that's not
I'm
going to take
going
any
to-
movement.
I'm going to lean over.
I'd flip her off.
You can do that.
Oh, look! All your weapons are tiny, and I'm going to cast Thunderclap at him. Is he within 5 feet of me?
If you lean over, no, he's within 10.
In that case, I will be casting Vicious Mockery at him, but I'm still saying the same thing.
Okay, that's that wisdom or charisma save?
Wisdom.
It's a fields check, isn't it, really?
Pretty
Yeah, if you want to
much.
make a wisdom save.
Well, that didn't work so well for me last time. 15.
You actually pass.
Okay.
So no damage.
Hey. So you're like, nothing's tiny. Why am I doing this? Why am I Batman?
And then I'm moving my full movement away.
Okay.
Sort of like as best I can.
Yeah, you can get within like 15 and 15 of the Spartan and the party, basically. It's weird because you're still fighting along like a ring. Or like a half ring, I guess. It is now Elpina. Still clawing onto you. She is going to... Wait a minute. Okay, she will smile again, her eyes will glow, and Mercy, can you make me a Constitution save?
Yeah,
Is that an
why
attack?
not?
I'd say so.
Then I will attack her with Sentinel.
Ah, yes, you can do that. So if you want to make the Constitution save first, and then you roll, and I'll ask you second anyway.
I'm so glad I got these metal dice. It's another nat 20, so it's 22.
Damn, okay, so yeah, nothing happens.
And I hit on a 20 with 11 damage and reduce her movement to 0.
Yes. So yeah, she is not going anywhere. That puts that. Okay. So yeah, you just stab her in the side and you don't hear her say anything. Like, she barely sees the wound, she kind of just looks down and looks at it and then looks up at you, as you do so. Yeah, you see, like, blood does come out and it has definitely hurt her, but whatever this thing is doesn't really notice, apparently.
Hmm.
Something else that happens, at this point, you, Mercy, you're, like, fully intent on sorting this bitch out, and then you feel, like, at your side, it becomes hot, and you look down, and Benedictus is, like, his eyes are glowing.
Okay.
Like, not like you've ever seen before,
No.
This isn't like the glow of when you cast a spell. This is like a white hot glow, and you can start to hear like sounds like metal, kind of like iron gates being wrenched apart.
Okay.
And you can like hear creaking metal.
How interesting.
Okay, and it is your turn.
Cool. If I reach down to grab the handle, does it feel hot?
It does, but it doesn't hurt. It
Okay,
feels as if it should be like blistering your skin, but it doesn't
Sure.
hurt.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to bring him up. I'm going to look at Benny, smile, look at Big Benny, smile a bit more, and say, "Let's say hello, darling." And then simultaneous swings.
Okay. Spirit Benny swings, so make an attack with that. You go to move with the smaller real Benny, and it resists it resists your swing, and it seems to like you get the sense that it doesn't want to kill it. There's something else.
I'm not trying to kill her. I'm trying to disrupt whatever is possessing her.
But yeah, Benny isn't. There's something else that it's trying to communicate, but you're not getting somehow. So you want to make an attack?
Can I pull back?
Well, what you can do is, because you already tried to swing, so bonus action hit with spiritual weapon, because like you said, you did them simultaneously.
Yeah.
Bonus action attack with spiritual weapon, and instead of attacking with your normal one, make me an Arcana check to see if you can understand.
Sure. Right. Well, you're going to really hate me. This metal dice is loving me tonight. Nat 20 for Benny.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
So we'll roll that, which is holy crap. 18 damage.
18 damage. Okay.
And then you want an Arcana check, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And that's a 19.
I want your dice.
I know, right?
Jeez. Okay, so yeah, you take Mighty Swing. Benny hits the back of it again. It doesn't really notice, but again, you see that fear in her eyes. She didn't take her eyes off of Benedictus, even when she got hit, and she's like down on her knees, almost like 3-point superhero landing style, but in pain, and just looks up and is just staring at Benedictus, and you just out of his mouth just goes, "How did you find the jailer?" "And I'm not going back." And you sense that something to do with Benedictus from the Arcana check and from what you hear from whatever is inhabiting Alpina, that this thing can be used against the spirits in another way if you just harness the energy. Which you can attempt to do so on your next turn. You kind of feel innately, kind of what you think you need to do.
Okay.
But we will see if you can do that on your next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Ness, it is your turn.
Okay. Does the thing in my head have any opinion on how I...
Nope, it just wants them to through whatever means possible, kill them.
Okay, do I have a driving... Basically, do I have any say in this, or is it entirely in charge?
You are fully possessed.
Okay, so then I have to shoot this.
Yeah, but you basically, normally I take control, but I don't know your skills, so I'm being
That's
sadistic
fine.
and making
No, I
you do
just
it.
didn't know. I didn't know whether or not
No,
I had the option of like going and trying to whack them with my claws, which would be a whole lot less.
No,
But-
like you have no say in this. You are no longer
Okay.
in the driving seat. You are aware of what's happening, but it's like you are watching it on a screen or on a play. You have no
Excellent,
control
okay.
of your body or your intentions.
So then I'm going into possession mode. Runt has now been dumped over the edge.
Yes, but you know Runt to be an ally.
Yes, but like Kaya is like over there, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she-
shoot her.
Okay. Poor Kaya.
I know.
Go for it. It will not... Actually, did you hide again? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
So if you want to make a perception check, Kaya, I don't think you're going to beat it, but make it anyway.
That was 26. For the
I don't think you
perception
can
check
beat it,
from
can
last
you?
round.
I'm guessing
No,
you don't have +6 on perception.
No.
No, so don't. I'm not going to make
No.
you roll. That's sadistic. And I've been sadistic enough today. So yeah, roll with
23 to hit.
that will hit.
Yes, that hits.
12 damage.
12 damage. Is that with
Okay.
sneak attack damage?
That is, I rolled poorly.
Fair. Yeah, 12 damage to you.
And then I roll to hide again. Actually, I move and then roll to hide. Just so I'm not in the same place. And
Yeah. By the way, this is only
That-
happening because it's nighttime. Normally in the day, you would have to find a spot to hide. Just so you...
yeah, it's. I figured it was nighttime,
Yeah,
and
it
they're the buildings.
Well, it's basically a flat top because you're at the top of the well, but because it's so dark and the smoke and like almost like an unnatural darkness, you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah, I'm also with the short bow and an 80-foot range, so I could also be up over the edge.
Yeah, so you'd be fine. But just to let you know, normally you would have to find somewhere,
Well,
just
I'm
so people
still
don't think I'm
within range,
overpowering
then.
you.
No,
Yeah, the well itself is 60 foot across and 80 foot tall. So if you've got 80
Yeah.
foot range, she can hit you wherever you are on the well. Badly.
17. And that's 17 on
just to
hide, and
so
that's
not
my
not as
turn.
much
Yep.
as usual. That's not so bad.
No, I rolled rather mediocre.
Fair. It is now. Jeez, Runt. You want to kill your friends? You are currently dangling from a rope.
I really don't want to kill my friends. Right. Well, I use an action to climb up.
Well, it wouldn't be an action. As with climbing, you climb at half your speed.
That's fine then. I'll climb up the rope.
So that'd take up 20 feet of your movement, basically, to get to the top of the 10-foot rope.
That's fine. I can do that. Bonus action rage.
Yep.
Because why the hell won't I?
That is what you would do. Like I say, you are not in control
It is.
of your own body, no matter how much you want to be nice.
No. How far away is Kaya?
Kaya is about 10, about
I moved-
20.
I went
Yeah,
for
you went far, so she's not within your running range. Mercy and Nim is. Ness is on your side. I forgot about the Spartan. Oh well, I'll do that next. He's Spartan.
God damn it. Right. You know what, screw it, I'm just going to toss a javelin.
Are you tossing the javelin at?
Mercy.
Okay. You can get in
does
melee
a-
range of Mercy.
Yeah, but I don't want to because that might actually do some damage.
Well, if come on, man.
No, but is he because he's climbed?
Yeah, because he was all the party were quite close together until you spread out.
Oh, okay.
And he
But
kind of
I've
just
only got 10
turned.
feet of movement.
Yeah, you can get within. With the spear, you can get within. You can throw a javelin if you want. I'm just letting you know.
Alright, fine, I'll get close with the spear and stab her.
Okay.
It's almost like you want me to kill my teammates.
I don't, because that means I have to try and get more character art for you all. But I'm cursed with going by realism.
Mercy. Does a 21 hit? I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Yep, you will be.
Mhm.
So that's,
I'm putting words in that. Just as you do it. I've made sharper loaves of bread. Gets reduced by 5.
We're allowing that.
She can use her reaction.
Well, in that case, you do, it does 8 plus, does 11 points of damage. Mercy.
Is that 11 points then minus 5 or 11?
No, that's 11 points.
After.
Would have been 16.
Got you. Yeah, she can use Kaya can use her reaction to cutting words. So yeah, as long as you haven't already called what damage it is, she can do that. So yeah, so
Son of a bitch.
take 11 piercing damage, Mercy, as a former comrade, acquaintance, stabbed you just in the shoulder, the one that wasn't holding Benedictus.
I'm sorry.
You will be.
At this point, again, I'm mixing things up, but it should have gone before Runt, so I'll do it after. The Spartan charges you, Nim, who is the only unengaged person at the minute, because they can't really get to the rest of you because you're kind of in the middle of a Minotaur Ranger sandwich. So it's either get Mercy or get Nim, or yeah. So yeah, it's going to go out and try and attack you with his sword. That is a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
And that is... What's that? Oh, that's a 1, so that's not bad. That is 4 points of slashing damage to you. As it catches you by surprise and just slices a small cut across your back. Missing your fluffy tail. Okay, it is now your turn, Nim.
So I'm going to deal with the Spartan because...
Oh, something else to note. As the Spartan approaches, Benedictus gets even hotter.
Delightful.
Okay.
I will go for the Spartan and I'll get Shibani to continue his attack.
Is he attacking Elpina?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 9, so that definitely isn't going to hit for me.
Okay. Yeah, you try and turn and he kind of blocks your elbow as you go try and 180 with his big round Spartan shield.
Shibani's is 19 with 9 damage and strength check.
That will hit. 9 damage will... Yeah, as he bites, you can see Elpina, again, no reaction from her face, but she is looking like her body looks a mess, like an absolute mess, from being crushed with Benedictus and torn by the two-headed dog. She is looking like her body, but there is no difference in the face. Strength-wise is a natural 20.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, she just kind of pushes back on, pulls out and then pushes back on Barney's snout, one of them, with her free hand, and is not grappled. It is Kaya's turn.
I'm using my bonus action to use Healing Word on myself.
Good plan. Yes, that you can do now.
I actually get 7 back this time.
Nice.
Properly. Because I need it. And... Oh... How close am I to Runt's rope?
Well, you're quite a way away now because you moved away from it.
Yeah, but he's also gone sort of running off down towards Mercy.
Yeah, you ran the other way around, so I'd say you're still a good 35 feet away from it.
Okay. I want to sort of head... No, I don't. Yes, I do. I want to head back towards the rope.
Okay.
I'm going to get my dagger out.
Okay.
I'm going to start cutting the rope when I get there.
Okay, how much movement do you have?
I have 30 movement,
Okay,
so I won't get there this time.
No, you won't get there this turn, but you can,
Yeah.
If you're not using your action, you can get to it, so you don't have to use any movement at all next turn if you want.
Yeah. I will use my movement. I'll dash to get there.
Yeah, there. And yeah, you're at the rope. He's not dangling anymore, you know that, right?
No, I know he's not dangling anymore, but it's more the case as to...
You have a plan. That's fine.
I have a plan.
You don't need to reveal what you're going to do. I was just making sure you knew that it wasn't him dangling.
Yeah, I know he's not dangling anymore.
Cool. Okay. So you do that. Elpina sees what's happening, looks, like, kind of feels around her body, and just, like, literally, like, putting fingers in puncture wounds and feeling around as if she's digging for change or something. Pulls out, looks at the blood, looks at Benedictus, looks at all of you. This has only just begun. Gods will pay for what they did to us. I did nothing. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that bitch, Artemis, turned my own creatures against me. Well, let's see how you like it. And puts her hand towards that empty space where the familiar normally is. And turns her hand. And you hear like a squealing noise. And this little imp-like creature, like the classic gargoyle imp image, suddenly pops into visibility and is kind of twisting in unnatural ways, like joints going the wrong way, head twisting, kind of falling, compressing in on itself in time with Elpina turning her hand until splat. Turns to basically imp jam. And out of that jam, you see it becomes like a pool on the floor, and a giant hand comes out of the pool as if it was a doorway, brings its hand onto the well, and slowly climbs out. And eventually, you see this huge image of what looks like a mix between some sort of demon and gorilla. And it reaches back its head and just roars this almighty roar. And then we're going to have a break. Yeah. So thanks for sticking with us, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it. We're getting a lot of fighty and story, which is nice, and I'm enjoying it so far. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully we haven't lost some friends. Yeah, I'm definitely a sadist, but I'm a sadist for the sake of story, and because I'm a sadist. But yeah, we will see you back in about 10 minutes. Do not go anywhere because there is plenty left in store. Probably. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Before I go, if anybody, I know we've done shout-outs on Twitter, but if anybody is happy to like and share anything we put out on social media, try and get our word out there. If you have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime and you could give us just a sub, a free sub, or if you were feeling nice enough to donate actual monies, not going to say no, but I'm never going to ask for that. So yeah, so thank you very much, guys, and we will see you in about 10 minutes' time. Hello, and welcome back, everybody. We're going to get pretty much straight into the action. So yes, last we left off, just before the break, you guys were fighting yourselves. Yes. So, spirits had spewed in their literal thousands out of the well at Lagina and spread to the four corners of Elysium as far as you know. They spread fully out, you don't know where they've gone. Some of them, however, stayed behind as a welcoming party. And possessed Runt, Ness, some Spartans, and Elpina, who you are now fighting. Elpina said some things about the gods, specifically Artemis, being a bitch, and turning their beasts against them, and revenge, and then used her magic to kill, it looks like, basically liquefy Elpina's familiar, and from out of that arose a huge demonic-like entity that looked something crossed with a Balrog and a gorilla, and that's where we last left off. Mercy, it is your turn. You feel this, like I say, before this all happened, you felt Benedictus, his need and what it wanted. And this has only gotten brighter the weaker Elpina has gotten. Okay. So you hold out your mace, you held out Benedictus, and please make an Arcana roll for me.
Okay. Oh yeah, I must remember there's nothing on this. That's an 18.
18, okay. So you close your eyes and you less than pour your power in, you kind of just let Benedictus go.
That's it.
Yeah, and as you're holding him upright, the eyes glow lighter, and you hear that screeching of metal moving when it shouldn't, and Benedictus's jaw opens and widens unnaturally large, to about the size of his body, and you see Elpina moving almost towards it as that happens, and you can see like this smoke coming from her as the spirit screams, and as it's being thrown, it's like, no, there are more of us. The generals are here, and the gods will pay for their hubris. And it is drawn out of her and into Benedictus's gaping maw, and it closes. And Elpina falls to the ground unconscious. You now know, you don't know why it happened, what's happened, anything, but from a mechanical point of view, after doing that, you now know that Benedictus has a new ability. I thought you might like that. As an action, if there is a possessed mortal or a spirit around, you can use an action to try and draw that spirit into Benedictus. You have to roll an Arcana check to do so, and that Arcana check must be equal or greater than the remaining health of the possessed creature.
Oh, right.
So basically, in layman's terms, you have to weaken it before you throw a Pokeball.
Sweet. Love it.
So if you want to write that down, I will update it on your D&D Beyond sheet momentarily.
I'll make a brief note.
Okay.
Right. Can I take a quick spot check on Elpina? Is she bleeding out?
She's breathing barely.
Right, I'm gonna keep a moderate eye on her. I'm going to just spin her, try and catch sense of everything. I'm gonna say to Nim, whatever that is, keep that thing at bay temporarily. I need to teach this dumbass a lesson.
Okay. You say you're casting something, or just turning? We lost you slightly.
No. Yeah, I just say. I'm doing some stuff. Was that my main action to do?
Yeah, like I say, as an action, you can do this.
Cool. So
we just lost the last word. We did hear the cool stuff. We just lost the last word. Don't worry.
Yeah, no. So I'm going to just spin and face.
Face Runt, got you. I thought you said cast Bane on Runt. I'm like, I didn't know you could do that.
I kind of want. It's one of my permanently prepared spells.
Fair.
But for now, I'm going to brace myself for any permanent impact. And seeing as I've still got Benny,
You do.
big. Yeah, I'm going to take a very specific swing at run. I'm going to try and drop him to his knees. I'm going to go for his.
So you're not trying to like hey bada at him into the way.
No, trust me.
No, you.
That may become an option, but like I said, I'm teaching him.
Okay, if you want to roll a melee spell attack against Runt.
That is going to be an 18.
18, I think that hits, does it not?
18 does indeed hit.
Roll for damage. What kind of damage is it, by the way? Is it just bludgeoning?
It's classed, but I don't know whether it's classed as magical bludgeoning.
Doesn't matter for raging.
I do not know.
Yeah.
But either way.
I was more wondering because Runt is raging.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not quite sure whether magical damage counts against anything. But
that's only for things that are immune to non-magical. Rage works against both.
Right. So that's going to be, it's the star of 11.
So 5, round down. So 5 bludgeoning damage to the Minotaur. And because of the ability, what health are you on at the moment, Runt?
I'm actually just thinking about that, because obviously I've got Heroic Presence, which I haven't been adding on.
Don't you have to activate that as a bonus action, though?
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't look like it.
That's the thing where you make everybody have extra temporary hit points, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an ability.
So yeah, that's a bonus action. You used to do it before you raged. I know it's been a while.
It has been a while. Right.
So it's just your full hit points as normal. So
I'm on 20 hit points at the moment.
20. So you could try and roll a nat 20.
Not yet. No, I'm going to let other people.
Well, you can't yet, but like, I'm just letting you know what your threshold is for Benedictus.
Cool.
Right, so
although I shouldn't really, I'll tell you with player characters for now, but I won't be telling you in enemies.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because that's cheating. So that is Mercy. It goes back to the top with Ness.
Does my spirit thingy tell me to attack a particular person?
Nope, like I say, it just wants them all dead, so you can decide and choose who will hate you.
Well, I just saw Mercy do the thing with the thing against somebody that I think is my ally.
Yes.
So I'm shooting Mercy.
Okay. Roll a perception check, Mercy. Try and equal or beat a 17. Because the stealth check wasn't as good this time, was it? I remember.
Nope. Yep.
Well, that's a nat 2022.
Jeez, that's like, what, your third nat 20? Fourth. Jeez. Well, that means you do not get advantage or sneak attack bonus on this hit.
21.
Actually,
to hit.
Are you next to Runt, Mercy? I think you are.
Yeah.
So you do get sneak attack damage because within 5 feet of an ally who is Runt at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I believe a 21 does hit you, does it not, Mercy? So you do get sneak attack damage because she's within 5 feet of Runt.
Yeah, I totally forget. I never roll advantage. I always only use it for damage.
Yeah, you only get advantage if they can't see you.
See you. Yeah, and I never even remember
both
that.
times.
14 damage.
14 damage to the cleric.
And I move and hide again.
Okay.
And hopefully you'll all see me. You'll all see me this time. That's only an 11.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I rolled really poorly.
Runt. Well, the Nego Runt.
Sir.
The anti-Runt.
I go full Scott Pilgrim.
No, because he was a nice guy.
Don't know what you're implying. Right.
This thing inhabiting you is not a nice guy.
Cool. So Heroic Presence is a bonus action, isn't it? I'm going to
go for it.
That.
Okay, so tell me how many temporary hit points, because it will affect you and the Spartan. And the big thing.
And the big thing. Oh, shit.
But
yeah,
you would
there
do
you
it.
are.
But you would do it.
Oh, screw it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, they are currently your
it's
allies.
Temporary hit points equal to your proficiency and your strength modifier. So my proficiency and strength. So that is +6.
So the Spartan, the demonic entity, and Ness, actually, you get 6 temporary hit points.
You massive bellend.
And Runt. Part of heroic presence.
Cool.
You still have your movement and your action.
Right, my action, I'm going to try and stab Mercy in the face with the Spear of Vengeance.
Go for it.
Because why not?
She is the
That
she is the
seems like a
closest enemy.
acceptable thing to do.
She is indeed.
I will sentinel again.
I'm going to assume that's a 21 hits. That
Oh, my
is
cat's tougher than you!
+3.
Is that you cutting
so
words
that
in
is
the
30
end?
damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
13.
I got it out.
No, I was already started sort of.
No, she did say her insult.
Damn it.
So the damage is cut. I like how you're like, no, I don't want to hurt my friends. Damn it, don't cutting words my damage.
6.
Well, I mean,
6, so
I'm
13
in
minus,
now,
so 7. So take 7 damage, Mercy, and then Nim, feel free to attack the dinosaur? This can take a turn. The Minotaur.
So 17 to hit.
Does that hit you, Run? I think it does.
17, yeah, it does.
Okay.
So 11 damage rounded down to 5.
Oh,
Okay.
As a bonus action, I don't have any more bonus actions, do I? Damn it,
No, you used your bonus to heroic presence.
I did.
And boost
Yes,
your
yes.
allies. Nim, it is your full turn now. Oh, because you're the only one that I'd let do this because you're a ranger and you've seen a lot of things. If you wanted to, you could make either a religion or animal handling check to see, as a bonus action, to try and see what this thing is, because you were interested.
Natural 20, 23.
Yeah, that's a Balgora.
Oh no.
They're big, they're angry, they like to
okay.
hit things.
We need the Minotaur down first. Then we can get the Minotaur back up again. Right. I'm going to get both me and Giovanni trying to get the Minotaur on the floor.
Okay.
So mine is 17 to hit.
Okay. That will hit again, I believe. Right.
And that's 13 damage, so 6.
Why has this suddenly become gang up on Run Day?
because Runt's being a twat.
Because you started it, you prick.
I did not.
And
Technically-
Giovanni misses.
Okay. Technically, Ness started it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ness actually fired first.
Yeah, but we can't
She's
see
like
her.
Han.
She's John Cena.
Well, we
No,
can at the
She
moment.
can at the minute.
Yeah.
She's not doing it. She's not hiding well. Yeah, that's fair, Queenie. Yeah, infighting is very normal in a family. This weird, messed up, multiracial, hate each other family.
The Brady Bunch we are not.
And that is now what your group will be named. The Brady Bunch. So is that everything for your turn, Nim? I think it is.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, it is now the Balgora's turn.
Ooh.
He
Whack.
So he came out of the whack. Yeah, I'm just thinking who he'd whack. Is basically equidistant between Mercy and Kaya. So I will roll a dice. So I don't feel as bad about myself. Okay, he's going after you, Mercy.
Hey.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he is going to basically come down and use it as multi-attack recklessly. Just lets out this almighty roar, and you can feel the warmth of its breath even from there, and the smell on it, and just comes down tries to bite you with a. It's terrible, but it might. 16.
No.
and misses you with its bite attack, and then goes to hit you with like 2 big, beefy fists. So that is a 18 and a natural 20.
Well, the first hit knocks me out.
You. So the first hit knocks you out, and then the natural 20 is
2 automatic death saves.
yes. Luckily, that's the end of its turn.
Whoop-de-fucking-do.
But yeah, so this thing kind of comes over, tries to bite you, and you manage to get your shield up in time. But then it just hits you straight in the gut with this giant fist, about the size of your whole torso, and you hit everyone nearby. Hears a crack, and Mercy goes up, like hits the ground, and then it just grabs its other fist and just like Donkey Kong style, just arm facing, like fist facing down, just hits her into the ground, and it like almost breaks the stone of the well a little bit. And that is its turn. Kaya,
I've just seen Mercy go down, yes?
you have.
Right. First thing, bonus action. Oh no, my plan is now sort of like Mercy takes preference.
Yeah, I figured. That's what I was going to say. I think your plans have changed now, haven't they?
Yeah. So I'm casting Healing Word because is Mercy within 60 feet of me?
Easily. Anybody on this whole well is within 60 feet of you.
And gets a whopping 8 health back straight away.
That's actually quite good. So yeah, so you hear another crack as it gets pushed. Your ribs kind of get pushed back into place, and you and the migraine had gone away for a second, but it's back now, and your ribs hurt. But you are conscious and not dying. What? Anything else you would like to do?
No. Right now, it's more the case to I've just seen someone that I like fall over, and I've managed to get them up even from a distance, and it's like I'm just going to sort of like start yelling at this thing, not casting anything, just generally insulting it, trying to sort of like get its attention over on me, at least temporarily.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
23.
23. So yeah, this thing sees that and then sees its toy just like reinflate. And here's you, turns around, and it just bares its teeth at you and beats its chest. And yeah, it has its attention on you now. Well done.
Okay.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, Alpina is on the ground, unconscious but alive. So Mercy, it is your turn.
I'm going to sort of.
Spirit Benedictus would have fainted.
Oh,
as
I
well,
know.
Sadly.
Oh, I know. That's pissed me right off. I'm going to slowly get to my feet. Look at the big gorilla thing. And turn to the other gorilla. Going to grab him by his muzzle, and I'm going to cast wounds
Okay, jeez.
on the runt.
Okay, make a melee spell attack.
God's sake.
There's I'm getting a 23.
I had 20. But yeah,
Well, you started it. I'm just telling you. Does he resist necrotic damage?
No.
So please take 21 damage.
I'm on 21 HP.
So as you do this, the Minotaur, you see like from the muzzle, like the hair start to burn away, and like these thick veins kind of pop along his snout, and his eyes roll back in his head, and he goes down. As this happens, you see this spectral kind of smoke come out of the Minotaur's mouth, and kind of just hover in the air. in the vague shape of a humanoid. Anything else?
I can't. So, I can't capture it. So,
You have a bonus action and your movement.
yeah. So my bonus action will be to stabilize.
Good.
Using die.
Okay, so Runt, you are on 0 HP, but you are not dying. Like, the veins kind of recede, and you've just got, like, a singed muzzle now. Eventually you'll have a full face of hair. But they're just, like, little alopecia spots where her fingers were and burned into you.
Get the bid look up, and let's get moving, people.
Ness, it is your turn, and you still hate everybody.
I do hate everybody. I don't get any. I don't get any wisdom saving throws to get again.
No, there is no saving throws for this.
Okay. I'm going to shoot. I don't know. I'm gonna shoot Nim.
Go for it.
That's a nat 20.
That will hit.
That will hit. Nim, you next. Actually, make a perception check, because it might not be sneak attack damage.
Yeah, please tell me.
Hang on,
Please
but
tell me I'm not sneak attacking.
didn't you roll an 11 and everything for your stealth? So
Yeah.
we all see you?
Because if she's next to a
She's not next to an ally, but
no.
Because passive perception, you're in a battle. It's more actively looking. That's why I've been making you all roll for it. So if you want to roll, you should be fine. You're a ranger.
Yeah. My
Passive perception is
18.
18. So yeah, so you see her. So you don't get sneak attack because Runt is no longer your ally.
Yep.
No longer your enemy.
Except
your ally.
I
Neither is
rolled
LP.
really well on the damage.
Okay.
It happens.
15.
Out.
Is that 15 once it's been doubled?
It's
Yeah.
double dice.
So yeah, double dice as
Right.
your modifier.
I rolled 2 dice and added the modifier as opposed to
Okay, yeah.
rolling.
Either way, whichever way. But yeah, that's fine. So yeah, 15 damage to the ranger as the arrow
Ow!
hits you right in the, like, is that the clavicle? I don't know, body parts. Just
Yeah.
above the above the collarbone and digs deep in, and you can feel like it might have hit a vein of some sort or an artery.
And I attempt to hide again because that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's slightly better than the last time, but still pretty bad. Thank God. 14.
Yay, 14. You are not stealthing well anymore.
No,
Maybe,
I'm happy with that right now.
to be fair, maybe this spirit isn't as comfortable in your skin. It's still like trying it on, and so it's and when
No,
you
it's
try...
pretty good at hitting. It's pretty good at hitting things, but not very good at hiding.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe it just wasn't someone that hid in a trauma line.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Do I still have the temporary hit points now that Run has gone down here?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it says anything about losing them because it's not a concentration thing. It's like his presence inspires you so much that it you feel like more ready for combat and gives you more hit points because of it. Runt, you are unconscious.
I am indeed.
So that's you. You don't need to make a save because you're fine, but you're on 0 hit points, so you're still unconscious. Nim, it is now your turn.
I think we need to try and sort out the barrel because I have no healing. I ain't that sort of ranger.
Yeah, okay, so feel free to attack the Belgara.
I don't terribly want to, but yeah.
Rest on me.
It would
Yeah.
help if we had a barbarian, just saying.
It would help if the barbarian had been trying to kill us.
Yeah.
Also, just
That had
saying.
nothing to do with that.
You failed to save it. It had everything to do with you.
21 to hit
That will hit.
and 6 damage. That was a pants roll. And Shivani's also going to try and grab it. He gets 22 to hit, 11 damage, and a strength check. Or strength save.
Nice. So 6 or 17. I was just checking it didn't have any resistances to normal damage. Luckily it doesn't. I wasn't that mean. I did make it balanced. It could have been worse. Well, it was mostly balanced. I had no I had no contingency for if every single one of you somehow failed that wisdom save at the beginning. Yes, we're doing an evil campaign now, guys. So yeah, so 11 damage and a strength check, did you say? Is it a strength
Yep.
save or a check?
Strength save.
Okay, just because it hasn't mattered beforehand, so...
Yeah.
Oh, it still doesn't matter. That's fine. That is a 22.
No.
Okay.
Eventually it'll get someone prone. Eventually.
It will, but the big Balgora is...
No. Yes.
Okay.
You could always roll a 1.
It could. So that's Nim. It is now the Balgora's turn.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's after you. So yeah, it's gonna try and attack you, basically. That's a... Nope, that's a 10.
How big is this hit thing?
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
gonna move to get me?
Yeah, it can... Oh, that's the point. It's quite a way
Because
away from you, isn't it?
I'm all the way over sort of like where the scaffolding is.
Let's see its movement. It has like a 40-foot speed, so it can pretty much get across almost all of the...
So it will get to me and everything this turn.
Yeah. It can do a running leap as well, so it can just like... Because it's kind of like... So yeah,
It's going Hulk.
these things can... Basically, you're fighting like a demonic Hulk. But the first one was a 10 to hit.
It, though?
Mercy can thwack it as it runs away, yeah,
Yeah,
if Mercy wants to.
Sorry, what?
Hit it.
Oh,
You know what? Tit for tat.
Just hit it.
or bitch for yes. With a -1 is a 16.
16 will still hit. It's got a lot of hit points, but it's big, so it's easy to hit.
Gotcha. So mace is only D6. I believe. I'm guessing. It's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. That's still damage. Okay, you kind of hit it in the back of the knee as it runs past, but it doesn't even notice. As it runs, leaps, tries to bite down on Kaya, who manages to avoid that, and then again it tries to come down with both of its huge hairy fists.
Here we go.
That is a 17 to hit,
Yes.
and a 9.
The 9 misses.
Okay, but the 17 will hit, so that is...
Yes.
It was almost another natural 20. It just went... Bloop. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna kill players. We just got new players. That's not bad. Well, it is bad for me, good for you. So
You hope.
Yeah, that is 6 bludgeoning damage.
That's okay. I'm still standing.
Brill. Well, Brill again. I'm happy
Okay,
about that.
Elton.
I'm not against you much.
Yes, you are.
And that is its turn, as it is like literally bearing down on you. All you can do is like look up at this giant gorilla type thing, and it is your turn. In fact, Kaya.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking up at it. I'm going to regret this. Oh, I'm actually going to regret this. I'm going to start humming a really off-key lullaby,
Okay.
and I would like for it to make a wisdom saving throw as I cast Dissonant Whispers at first level. No, at second level.
Second level. Okay. That's fine. I'm just checking. It is not immune to being charmed. So, what is a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please.
That is a 16.
It does pass.
14 plus 2.
Yeah. But it still is going to take damage.
Okay.
$20 down to 10.
Okay, wow.
As it takes psychic damage.
Yeah, I thought it might be. So you kind of sing this lullaby, and it just grabs his hands like, no, bad bod. And it takes damage. I don't know how you guys play Balgoras, but I play them like the Hulk. Apparently. Yeah, and it kind of clutches its ears with these two huge fists, trying to block out the melody. Alpina's still unconscious. Mercy, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm going to dump my last second level spell into Runt with the Cure Wounds.
Hey.
And because it's a 0, you automatically get maximum available, so that's 19.
Nice. So yeah, 19, not 90.
I was gonna say, I got all excited.
So yeah,
I'm going to lean down and whisper, "I'm not sorry, but now you need to make up for it." And I'm going to quickly look at Nim and say, "Can your dog find that damn rogue?" And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the bottom.
Okay, is that a wisdom save, is it?
It is a wisdom save, please.
Dude, it worked! I rolled a natural 3 plus 2, so I think a 5 fails.
Yeah. Woohoo! And almost maximum. That's 11 necrotic.
11 necrotic damage. So yeah, it's already clutching its ears, and it's like, you better do it!
The hills are alive with the sound of your impending death.
Metaphor hurt brain. I don't get reference.
It wasn't for you.
I've not seen movie. Anyway.
We don't get Netflix down.
Reception terror.
Sorry.
Moving on. At least we're in good spirits. Hey, good spirits.
Oh.
No? Okay, bye.
No.
I shoot something.
Yes, it is your turn. You shoot something.
I shoot the dog? Well, you told me to go find you. You go find me.
You did.
You can hear Mercy from over there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you shoot the dog. You know, I hope your own dog is ashamed of you.
Oh, she's laying on the floor looking the other direction. I have her butt in my face. So I think yes.
Fart!
Okay, roll.
That's a 23.
That's going to hit.
That will hit. Does Barney want to roll perception to see if he noticed where she is? He can sniff her out if he wants, because he's too heavy to sniff a dog.
Well, his rolls are 17, so I'm hoping he really should. 23.
Yeah.
Yay!
So that is just normal damage, no sneak attack.
That means I only do 10 damage.
It's still damage, 10 damage too much.
That's still a big roll.
That's pretty big on a dog.
I can't help it. I'm trying not to kill anybody.
Try harder.
Okay, and you hear 2. And Chobani is still walking, but he's limping because you get just above his back left leg, you monster. Direct people away that I'm the monster, you're the monster, you're the monster. Run!
And deflect.
Run.
I move, I hide.
Roll your stealth check.
I roll really shittily. This spirit does not have stealth. That is a 9.
Okay, you can hide from the party, but you can't hide from your shame.
No,
apparently you can't hide
I
from the party.
cannot. I also cannot hide from the party or the dog.
You can try.
Are you trying the down again?
No, it's the shame.
No, shame, Belle.
No, please.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
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 I'm done.
Okay. That is your turn, and a 9. Runt, you are
Yes.
Conscious. You are on the ground and prone, but you are conscious. And you are 30... Well, he'd be in between, so he's actually 30 feet away. Because you were
Right,
35 feet away. That was 30 feet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and it's large as well. It is cast as a large creature. So you are 30 feet away, but you only have half your movement because you are prone.
Right, well, can I get my ass up and cover half the distance to him, I guess?
Yeah, you can. And you could throw a javelin at this one.
I am indeed going to throw a javelin.
You're yourself
Because-
again.
Yes. I feel it's probably about time I start making up for all that shit.
Probably.
Probably. Right, so javelin. Does a 22 hit?
It most certainly does.
Well, ain't that something?
Ain't that a how do you
Right.
do?
So that's 1d6 plus 4. That is 9 points of damage.
That definitely does damage. 9 of them, actually. Yeah, so as it's like bearing down over Kaya, it just with its hands on its ears as the javelin goes into its back calf and sticks there.
Cool. As a bonus action, can I rage?
You
I
can.
got cancelled by getting down.
Yes, you can. So yeah, you feel that rage flow through you again. And steam almost comes out of your bovine nostrils. Nim, it is now your turn.
So, how far away is Ness from
Well,
Shivani and myself?
roll a perception check to see if you can beat a 9 to tell first.
Yes, I can. I rolled an 18. Yeah.
Okay. She's about 30 feet
21.
away.
Right, so I don't even need to do an extra move. We'll both go for it.
Okay.
I'm going to get Chobani to attack first.
15 is my armor class.
Something you
17.
something you noticed, by the way, as you did that, the because I forgot about him completely. The Spartan is unconscious, and and also the spirit that was kind of floating where Runt went down, that has slowly cascaded its way down the side of the well and away out of sight as you've been fighting. So it seems those two at least have fled. But yeah, sorry, you were saying, what did you roll to hit?
So
17.
17.
17.
That hits.
That hits.
And he does 11 damage and strength check.
Hey, might get this
Ooh,
one.
you might get something. That's 11.
The save is 11 for being knocked prone.
Oh no!
Save is 11.
Oh, by the way, Mercy, it is a 30-foot range on Benedictus's swallow ability.
Oh, there's a range.
Yes, it's like
I thought I had to be up close. Lovely.
Ooh,
How many?
well, that's
You did
better for
11
you.
damage, right?
I've rolled a 16,
That hits.
and that is a pants damage of 7.
Say that, I don't think that leaves you on a lot as a...
It leaves me a little over half.
Yeah.
I'm at 15.
Okay, is that everything for your turn?
Yes.
Cool, it is the Valgora's turn.
Yes.
Yeah, and it is still focused on you, Kaya.
Run away.
So it's going to do its bite attack and both of its fist attacks on you. That's cocked on a... That dice really wants to kill you guys. That dice was cocked equidistantly between a natural 20 and a 2. Okay, now it rolled a 3.
A
So that's-
goblin would. Hang on. Okay.
So that's a 10, a
10 misses.
17, and a 19.
Yeah, 2 of them hit.
Okay. Yeah, it really wants you dead. I'm sorry. Bad dice. Bad dice. Good dice. Bad dice. How we? Oh,
Go on.
no, it's fine. So that is. I don't. That's not a thing. That is 18 bludgeoning damage.
I am on the floor.
Okay. So as the thing again tries to bite down at you, you kind of almost scurry out of the way, and it bites a bit of like the stone brickwork, wrenches that out of its mouth, and then just gets both its hands and like hits you from each side, and you crumple and go down, and you all see this happen as you hear like a ping as like a string instrument on her somewhere just breaks, and she screams out and goes down, and we're gonna leave it there
But
because it is 10:05.
No.
Or 11:05 if you're our rogue friend. She's so sneaky. She's an hour ahead of everything. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. I've really enjoyed this one. But yeah, we will see. Should be back next week. Sadly, we will not have the possessed rogue with us, but that's
Probably
fine.
not.
I will take control of the baddies. Because she is
God help
in
us.
because she is in Australia, but we will keep her up to date when we can. We should have everybody else, hopefully. Either way, we should have enough people to do the session, so we will be doing the session next week. Thanks for joining us as we find out what happens to the rest of the party and Kaya. But yeah, it's about to get really interesting, guys, so thanks for joining us. Again, I will try and get this on YouTube and all of the podcasts stations that we now have available. It's on like Radio Plus, Breaker, iTunes. It's on its way to Google Podcasts finally. It's on
Ooh.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, not iTunes. Podbean. It's on Podbean. So yeah. So if you have anything for podcasts, it should be available to you, and it will be on YouTube ASAP as well. So please tune in, like, share, subscribe. Tune in on Friday for our new stream. Yeah, thank you again, guys. Thanks for joining us. And remember that the gods are watching.
Yes, they are.
God help us.
Bye.